Hello, students. So, today we'll start the new chapter from your book Contemporary World Politics, and the name of the chapter is Globalization. So, in this chapter, we are going to understand the meaning of globalization and what are the different causes of globalization, India and globalization. And here we are going to read about the resistance to globalization, why globalization was resisted, and lastly India and resistance to globalization. So these are the topics, and this is one of the easiest chapter from your book, because globalization is not a new thing for you people. You've already read about it. Even if you see around yourself, there are so many things that can be taken as an example of globalization. Right now, see, I'm recording these videos. So I'm using a cell phone, and mostly the cell phones which we use today in India are being imported from either from the Asian countries like China and Japan, South Korea, or yeah, these are the countries basically that we import cell phones. All right, so this is one of the impact of globalization. All right, and now if you see globalization meaning world getting shrinked, or you can say that the entire world is can be considered a big family. All right, because if you see around you, you could see in your television Russia Ukraine war. Okay, whatever is happening in the other side of the globe, it is been known to us. All right, so these are all what the impact or examples of globalization. Okay, and if you see in your book the concept of globalization, they have given three examples. All right, three examples have been given. One is of Janardhan, who works in a call center. All right, and what happens in a call center, that like, we just have to talk to some customers, and we have to solve their grievances, their problems. All right, so Janardhan, he's an Indian boy. He works in a call center, and whenever he is going to the office, his accent changes, his name changes, he becomes John. Okay, and he has to communicate with the clients who are living 1,000 miles away from him, and there is no possibility that the John can, or sorry, Janardhan will meet the clients ever physically. All right, but still he's rendering service to somebody who's located so far away. So this is his daily routine. So this people working in call center is an example of globalization. Even Ramdhari, this is the second example. Ramdhari, who goes to shop a birthday gift for his daughter. All right, and this time the daughter, she has demanded a cycle. All right, now he's going to look for a cycle that is not so expensive, and the product is also fine. Okay, and when he looks for such affordable cycle, he gets a cycle which is being manufactured in China. So imagine a product which is being manufactured in China is being sold in India. So this is what, again, globalization. And last year his daughter demanded Barbie doll, so he had bought a Barbie doll for his daughter, and that Barbie doll was manufactured in USA again. So this is what trading meaning goods are being imported, exported from different parts of the world. Okay, and next we have Sarika. Now Sarika, who is she? She's just a first generation learner who has acquired a certain degree. Now she wants to take a job and be independent in her career, but her family is against her, because traditionally what happens, like the girls are not allowed to work. Traditionally girls, they are just get married, they just get married at the age of 18, 19. All right, maybe much earlier than that. Earlier, all right, but now what she want to do, she doesn't want to marry, and she wants to work as per the opportunity provided by her degree. All right, but they are against it again. See, the ideas also changes with time. Okay, So where do we got the idea that even girls should work? Even we have copied the idea from some countries, no? So the ideas, commodities, even the services which we are giving and taking, it's all related to globalization. Okay. And now all three examples illustrated what we call globalization. In the first instance, we have talked about Jonathan. He was participating in the globalization of services. Then again, we have talked about Ramdhari. He was purchasing some goods which was manufactured in China. Now again, Sarika is faced with the conflict of values because her family is against her working in any company, and they just want her to get settled. All right, but they do not want her to look for the opportunities. Okay, so if we look for the examples of the term globalize, there are various examples. Even if you see the farmers, okay, the farmers, even in agriculture, we could see the impact of globalization because they are buying seeds from different MNCs, or they are buying seeds from different countries. Okay, like we have read in Green Revolution. Okay, an Indian company, they are buying a rival company. What is this? A company which is situated outside India. Okay, and there are other example is many retailers. Okay, they fear that they will lose their livelihood if some major international company open retail chains in the country. Okay, and another example can be a film producer in Mumbai was accused of lifting the story of his film from another film made in Hollywood. Okay, and how it is possible? Because of globalization. The world is becoming one because of this interconnectedness, interdependence has been increased. Okay, the world has been shrinked. Okay, and a militant group, they are issuing a statement threatening girls that you cannot wear western clothes. And where are the girls getting the ideas to wear? Okay, and these examples shows us what? That globalization need not always be positive. Okay, because a globalization has both negative as well as the positive impacts. Okay, and some people do consider that the globalization has more of negative consequences than the positive one. Now, since much of the uses tends to be precise, it becomes important to clarify what do we mean by globalization. Now, we have to be precise. What is globalization? Now, globalization as a concept, okay, it means flows. Flows. Globalization means flow. But flow of what? Okay, a flow of goods, flow of people, flow of commodities. All right, and flow of people like across the borders, commodities, places, goods. These are what? Flow. Okay, and see, and here they have given one term, that is worldwide interconnectedness. Okay, this question is really important. What is worldwide interconnectedness? You have to write. Now, in worldwide interconnectedness, meanings the world becoming interconnected. Okay, they are being connected. All right, like from a tiniest village of India, it is connected to the other villages of India. Okay, and even the connectivity has been increased. Okay, and this connectivity that has been increased among the people of the world is globalization simply. Okay, and people do move. You must have seen people moving in search of better livelihoods. Okay, you must have heard about brain drain, like the the big engineers, doctors who have studied in India, but they are going outside for opportunities. And what is making them possible is because of the connectivity. Okay, that people can go, but how can people go, how people can travel? Because of the transport facilities, people are being able to move. Even people are moving because of the knowledge they have. They know that here we have our need. Say for example, people are moving to USA, but they know that there is a shortage of engineer, they know that there is a shortage of doctor. That is why the knowledge which they have, or the information which has been circulated, it's all related to globalization. Globalization is simply the flow of people, goods, commodities. Okay, these are the flows. And globalization is not something new. Okay, because globalization started when people started moving, when people started transporting, when people started importing, exporting. So what was the earliest, or the simplest form of globalization was when people initiated the mode of transportation, that was, you can say, by using sea route, by using a land route. So whenever they discovered, okay, whenever the people, they discovered new lands, when they discovered that the existence of the endless world, okay, then we can say the globalization has emerged. Okay, now the pace has been increased, but globalization existed when people started contacting, when people uh, actually, discovered various lands, when people actually wanted the connection, or when people started the import export. But here now the pace has been increased. Even this coronavirus is a impact of globalization. Okay, so all these are what? Exchange of ideas, capital, commodities, and people is globalization. Now, if you see, the impact of globalization is vastly uneven. It is not even, because it affects some societies more than other societies. It has affected, some societies are more affected than globalization than the other. So the impact is not even. It is also important to note that globalization is not a new phenomena. It has been there in all times in history. Just now I've said you, right, that it is not new. Globalization is not new. Now, the globalization is a multi-dimensional concept. Multi-dimension meaning it has many dimensions. It has political dimension, it has economic dimension, it has cultural dimension. Okay, and each dimension is equally important. Okay, it is wrong to assume that globalization has only economic dimension, because see, when we talk about globalization, we talk about trade. So trading is in economy, money related, but it also has political impact. All right, and it also has cultural impact. So we should not overlook the other two impacts. We have to see all the dimensions equally. Okay, and it affects some societies more, but it and some societies are impacted, or the effect has been less. But it is important to avoid drawing conclusions, okay, about the globalization without paying sufficient attentions to specific context. Okay, so this is it. In the first video we have talked about concept, and next we are going to talk about the causes of globalization. Okay, and I'll continue. Thank you.